What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I recently did a video regarding Juan Manuel Marquez's recent statements regarding a Pacquiao 5 fight, and I got a lot of people that sent me inbox messages or a couple comments saying why they felt that he owes Pacquiao a rematch and all kinds of stuff, like basically mad. And I gave you my opinion on that, and I'm reading an article today that says Marquez is firm in his decision that he's uninterested. Here's what he had to say. Regarding the fifth fight with Pacquiao, I am not interested in doing it. There's no point. The objective was achieved and everything that was outstanding is now finished. The most important thing is that everything concluded in a positive manner for me. I don't believe that the fans are interested in seeing another rematch between us. That's what Marquez said. He goes on to say, he did not give me the opportunity for a fourth fight. I earned the right to fight him again because of his victories and the other fights were not convincing. He knew that I beat him and logically he did not want to continue the rest of his career with the thorn in his side. By giving me the opportunity, Manny Pacquiao also gave himself an opportunity because he wanted a clear victory. First, let's see if we go forward, and later we will analyze what fight will be made. We can talk thousands of different fights this year, but if I don't say yes, then there's nothing. At the moment, I feel very good physically, I feel strong, and I am in shape. So, according to Marquez, he's saying that he does not feel there is a point to a rematch with Pacquiao for the fifth time. And I know a lot of you Pacquiao fans are mad about that, but realistically, if Manny Pacquiao in the sixth round knocked out Juan Manuel Marquez, would he give him a rematch? Do you think Pacquiao would honestly give Marquez a fifth fight? Because the fight, as you've seen, was back and forth. Marquez scored the first knockdown. Pacquiao scored a knockdown. But in my opinion, Marquez's first knockdown was way more convincing than Pacquiao's knockdown because Marquez got right back up, but it looked like he walloped Pacquiao and just really made him think. It looked like he was stunned for a second after Marquez knocked Pacquiao down the first time. So, in my honest opinion to you Pacquiao fans, do you honestly think Manny would give Marquez a fifth fight if he knocked him out? I highly doubt it. I feel like the same thing with Amir Khan. We get some of these boxers who feel they're on a pedestal, like I'm Manny Pacquiao, I'm Amir Khan, or whatever. They do have a fan base, and I'm not disputing that, but that doesn't guarantee you a right to a fight. So, like Amir Khan, I feel Amir Khan, he feels he needs the fight with Danny Garcia, and he deserves it. And you got TKO'd, so you don't deserve anything. You have to earn it again. Um, you were making it a competitive fight while it lasted against Danny Garcia, but then in the end, you end up getting knocked out. So that isn't automatically because you gave him a shot. There's no rematch clause. That doesn't automatically grant it. You it doesn't automatically grant you an opportunity for a rematch, and that's my opinion. Because that being said, Marcos Maidana gave Amir Khan a hell of a fight and never received the opportunity to get a rematch. And I guarantee you it's more because of Amir Khan didn't want that rematch or Amir Khan's camp as opposed to Marcos Maidana. Marcos Maidana is a warrior. I think he'll really fight whoever. I mean, at one point, I don't know, for those of you that have Twitter, Marcos Maidana called out Canelo before the Josecito fight. Canelo was looking for an opponent, and he tweeted Canelo saying, hey, I'll fight him. And that would be a step up in weight, but he was up for the challenge. And like I said, I don't think he's just in it for a payday. I just think he's just a warrior. So Marcos Maidana, Bradis Prescott never got rematches. They gave you tough fights or beat you, and you weren't eager to rematch them. But now all of a sudden, Danny Garcia, you want to rematch him, or Lamont Peterson, people you feel you shouldn't have lost to, or whatever the situation is. Same thing with Pacquiao. In my honest opinion, I don't think Pacquiao would give Marquez a fifth fight. And I can't honestly see how anybody would say that Pacquiao, and be confident in this, won the first three fights, all three of them. I don't. The first one was a draw, so I guess technically nobody lost or won. But the second and third fight, I can't honestly see how fans would say I'm content and comfortable saying that Pacquiao won both of those fights legitimately because they were so close. And I think, especially in the third fight, I think Marquez just did more, and Pacquiao came on late That's just my opinion. And then the biggest thing is, again, I'm sticking to my original argument, which is they had 3 fights. The fourth fight was supposed to be the end all be all. If you watch everything, all the press conferences, all the interviews talking about Marquez Pacquiao 4, they were on First Take. They're both saying the same thing. Marquez is saying, hey, I got to do something different in my arsenal. And obviously, the judges didn't see it that I won the second or third fight, so I have to do something different. I got to change my strategy, whatever that may be. And Pacquiao was saying, "Oh, I just want to rid of the doubts of the people that who won, so I got to be more aggressive." And he was saying he has to be aggressive and all kinds of stuff like that, and he wants to rid the doubts. So the fourth fight happened. Marquez pretty much rid the doubt by knocking you out flat, cold. There's no discussion. So Marquez did what neither of them could do in the first 3 fights. He offered a non-debatable conclusion to a fight. So to me, he wins. It should be the end of that whole saga because he did something that's non-debatable. You can't go to the judges when someone gets knocked out cold and needs smelling salts to wake them up. It's the end. That's like Mike Dallas versus Lucas Matisse. There's no judges involved, no judges needed. They're not going to say, oh, I think Mike Dallas was winning that fight. It doesn't matter because he got knocked out. He got his shit rocked. So same thing with Marquez and Pacquiao. It's non-debatable. He got knocked out. And nothing has surfaced like some of you Marquez haters have said about, oh, he had plaster, he's on steroids, he's juicing. Nothing has come out. If you look at instances like where they did drug tests in the Chavez Jr. fight versus Sergio Martinez, by now we had already heard like this long after the fight had happened, we had already heard that Chavez Jr. tested positive for marijuana. But the Pacquiao Marquez fight happened in December, I think, like the first week of December, December 8th, 9th, something around there. And it's about to be February 8th or 9th. So that's like 2 months. So if he was juicing and it was detected, I'm sure they would have announced it by now. They had to have gotten the lab results back by now. So there's nothing that could be, it's not like a Orlando Salido versus Robert Guerrero where he tested positive after the fact, and or Mike Tyson versus Galata. So there's really no reason for the fifth fight. What is the reason for the fifth fight? He wasn't charged with like PEDs or tested positive for anything. Damn near 2 months later, he knocked him out cold. We all know Pacquiao probably wouldn't offer him a fifth fight. So, I mean, what's the point? It was supposed to be the end. So, my advice to Marquez, stay firm. I don't know if he's playing hardball, like to possibly, because Bob Arum knows this is the biggest payday that he can make, probably with his whole stable of fighters. You got Brandon Rios and Nonito, but even the biggest Nonito fight, which is like Nonito versus Rigondeaux or Nonito versus Abner Mares, it still won't generate the amount of money that Pacquiao versus Marquez 5 would generate. And I'm pretty sure Bob Arum knows that. So I don't know if this is Marquez's way of playing hardball just to get an unbelievable sum of money or a deal just by saying he's not interested. So I don't know. Hopefully he sticks to it because I feel like his legacy is already signed, sealed, and delivered. He's already done everything he needs to do for the sport. And I just hope that he doesn't end up becoming just a name in the sport. And I'm not trying to doubt his skills and say he doesn't have a chance to continue fighting or anything like that. But we've seen so many fighters who end up tarnishing their legacy a little bit by continuing to fight. Roy Jones Jr., he keeps fighting and he's continuing to fight, and it's not a good look because even on his wins, he doesn't necessarily look great. It doesn't look like the Roy Jones Jr. of the 90s or people like Eric Morales. I mean, just seeing him get knocked out by Danny Garcia viciously, that's not how you want to remember a legend. So hopefully Marquez picks a good time to hang it up and hangs up on a good note and doesn't just continue fighting for a paycheck, and hopefully he has some savings or he managed his money or whatever, so he doesn't have to do the Shane Mosley route where he's going through divorce and he's taking L's after L's after L's, and not really looking good in fights, and then it appears that he's fighting for money. So hopefully Marquez doesn't go down that route. And that's just my opinion. Pacquiao versus Marquez 5, it doesn't really need to happen. Will Marquez receive an offer that is so good that he can't refuse it? Possibly. Maybe he's playing hardball. Maybe he really is firm and not interested. Let me know what you think as far as this is concerned. Do you want to see Pacquiao versus Marquez 5? Do you think he's serious about not being interested in a rematch with Pacquiao? Do you think he already feels the legacy is done? Or do you think he's playing hardball? So let me know what you think in the comments. As always, subscribe, comment, or hate. Until next video, it's Ego signing off.